Well, nothing could keep me away, and I really wanted to come here. We played here a few years ago and had such a nice time. I thought we wanted to come back. I'm a keen European traveller, and Vienna particularly has so many great things to see that we took a day off here. And so yesterday we were able to have a look at some of the sites again and take everything in. And it's a great treat to come here to this spectacular building, the British Embassy. Yes, good. Well, Austria is curiously enough, Austria is one of the main boogie-woogie centres on earth. I think they took the music rather seriously. One of the greatest exponents in the world lives some of the time here, which is Axel Swingenberger, and he lives partly here, and he is an Austrian, part Austrian, and plays amazing boogie-woogie piano. They have whole festivals of it. I think the music, and particularly the piano, has always been an important part of Austrian culture, and I think if you have an interest in music and the cities and the country has an interest in music, it's broad, its interest, and so it embraces lots of different things. But curiously enough, particularly boogie-woogie here, much more so than any other country. They're boogieists. The piece I played just there was, of course, is based on a theme by Wagner, as it was, I think, it was some centenary of something of his. So I thought I'd better throw that in. But I'm not sure if he would have quite enjoyed the boogie-woogieist or not. But I think that's the job of the British modern musician, is to get his own interpretation on something. So I think, essentially, the more I've looked and listened to music, the more similarities I see, not differences. Well, that's a very difficult question. It's like trying to ask somebody who their favourite child is or something. You don't want to make the others jealous, and you don't want to, say the wrong thing. But I mean, I suppose, and there has been so many great people. And the important thing about the show is it's made in Britain. It's one of the only shows in the world that capture that on each show try and have the mix of having somebody who is very famous in the pop world, somebody who's brand new, somebody who's a legend from the past, and also people who are specialists in particular areas of music, they might be very well known in their area, be it folk, jazz, blues, reggae, whatever, but maybe isn't so known to such a broader public. And we want a mix of all of those things. And there's no other show in the world, apart from this one that the BBC makes, that does that. And so I've been very proud of all of the things that we've had on. If I was to pick one person, I mean, there's been lots of great people. I think Amy Winehouse would be the embodiment of somebody who had that unique spirit of something that was special and was perhaps like in the footsteps of Edith Piaf or Sarah Vaughan or something like that. And I think she was quite amazing. I think the music scene in Britain is always reinventing itself, and that's what's great about it. There's always new music coming out. There always has been. There's never. It's not like there was ever a golden age 20 years ago, and it won't be like, oh, whenever this happens in 20 years' time, it'll be great. It's now. It's whatever. The golden age is now. Paradise is now. It's this moment, because there's always something new coming out. And the great thing about having the TV show is that you can capture those different people, or you hope to try and capture them as it's coming out. Well, my advice for pianists, the first thing is you've got to get a piano. And I mean, I know that sounds like, that's an obvious one, but a lot of people don't actually have a piano. So getting a piano is the first thing. And then just kind of sitting at it. The other thing I'd say is it's easier to do it it's easier to, I don't know about the piano, but it's easier to learn an instrument when you're older. Because when you're small, unless you love it, you're going to want to run off and play football or make a guy or do something, put pennies underneath a steamroller or whatever people do. But once you're grown up, you've got more time and your patience is better. So I'd say if you're older, then it's for you. It's probably easier to do it. So don't give up just because you're you think, oh, I didn't do it as a child, it's too late. It's never too late.